Facts versus feelings. The state of the world today is in flux. Why? Because facts have been superseded or have been overtaken by feelings. Right now, most people are operating off of their feelings, not facts. The two do not equal each other. And therefore, it creates a lot of this confusion in the world today. What do I mean by facts versus feelings? Just because you feel something is true does not necessarily make it true. Facts usually are based on logic, reasoning, science, so on and so forth. Now, science is in flux as well because science is ever changing. What was once considered to be true is always changing based upon the new research, the new evidence, and things of that nature that have been found. The problem is, just because you feel something is true does not make it true. It can be controversial what I'm going to speak about. So in no way, shape, form, or fashion misconstrue this. Politics is your feelings. It's not a fact. Both parties have their ills, and both parties play upon the weak-minded. If you fall under the spell believing that politics is anything other than politricks, that's your feelings. Factually, both parties are created to pin one side against the other. One side of the coin is conservative, the other side is liberal. This is why I don't play with politics or get involved with politics, because of just that. It's a game, and you are the pawn on the chessboard. That's facts. Go look it up. Go research it. Your feelings are which party is more factual, which party is more beneficial to you, which party does this, that. That's your feelings. Factually, us as humans are still caught on the chessboard of politics. I could go on and on and on, but you are starting to get the drift of what I am speaking about. You may believe there's a source. That's a feeling. There is no facts that there is a source. If there is a source, and the source created this known universe, then the source is also bound and confounded by the same laws that govern this universe. Think about that before you try to come at the left-hand path like you know something. The right-hand path chooses to merge with the source that they have no facts exist. It's a feeling that they have within them that tells them, I need to merge with source, oneness, allness, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah, God, whatever. Not a fact. There is no facts that there is a creator of this universe. What is factual, and this is always in flux as well, is quantum mechanics states that all is mind. Everything is created from a mind. Tahuti stated that thousands of years ago, that all is mind. Well, your mind, your mental mind, your mind. So if you are mind, then you are all as well. Therefore, you are the source creating from your mind. But what happens is the grandeur of that question, the grandeur of that philosophical question, trying to understand it, creates human frailties, insecurities, and fear that they're alone in their thoughts. They're alone in this creation. So therefore, I must have or must create something grandeur, something greater than myself to pay homage to merge with, to become one with. That shows the limited mindset that you're under to believe that the left-hand path is separating itself from the source when you cannot prove there is even a source. What we do in the left-hand path is we destroy and create from the void. The void is null and void of all gods, demons, archetypes. The void is just that, a void of nothingness that produces something. In other words, let's bring it back to science. The void would be subatomic, which creates something, the sum of a thing, summing up something. Meaning on the other side of hydrogen, you have subatomic. Therefore, when we create hydrogen, now we're in the physical side, but something equated up to hydrogen to produce hydrogen. The void is taking all things and creating and destroying. It destroys everything that you think you know about this known universe, everything you think you know about every knowledge, wisdom, understanding of all philosophical and scientific debates, questions, theories, so on and so forth. It destroys all that. And all that remains is you within that void. And therefore, what is destroyed within you is the falsities, the feelings that you have about what is true and what is not. All that remains is what is there. You are all. You are all. And the void is reflecting your mind to create a new existence that you see fit. So when people make these false statements, it's because they are scared and have a feeling that if they detach from the source, which they have no proof of, that they are going to be all alone in this universe, which is one out of many multiverses. Then their feelings flood their mind, cut off all logic, reasoning, and factual information. Facts, all is mind. Feelings, God, Allah, Yahweh, Jehovah is the only God there is. I love God. God loves me. There's no proof of that. What is factual is that the gods that you worship are treacherous, murderers, rapists, disease bearers, so on and so forth. Left-hand path, we're dissolving those gods. We're eliminating those gods. We're crucifying those gods so that we can be free to be our own God. A God responsible over all ways and actions in their life. A God who makes no excuse for where they currently exist in a situation they currently must go through. They don't make those excuses. Why? Why would I make that excuse? There's no need to make that excuse when I know all is mine. My mind is all. Does that mean that other minds don't exist? Of course they exist. There is such a thing as a so-called collective consciousness and collective unconsciousness, but if you stay within the collective consciousness, you are therefore staying within a bucket of crabs trying to hold you down with their philosophies, beliefs, so on and so forth. Facts over feelings. Feelings are flooding your minds with stupidity. Facts open you up beyond stupidity. Fact, you are attracted to what you're attracted to. Feelings, you don't have to describe why you are attracted to what you're attracted to, because someone's in their feelings because they feel left out of what you're attracted to. They have no understanding of what you're attracted to. They can't grasp why you're attracted to what you're attracted to. That's their feelings. Facts is, you know what you like it, why you're attracted to it, so on and so forth. Their feelings get in the way of understanding that. Therefore, they become sour, they become angry, they become bitter, they want to attack you, they want to do all kinds of things. Facts versus feelings. We have to get away from people's personal feelings about everything because they are in a little hissy fit because their feelings are not being listened to. Their feelings got them in a bunch. You want fact over feeling? Fact. No one's going to give you anything. Feeling? Oh, you owe me. No, I don't. I don't owe you a damn thing. You owe yourself. You owe yourself some love, some passion, some power and strength to get up off your ass and do something for yourself. No one owes you anything. You take what you want. That's facts. Facts is stop waiting for handouts. Stop begging for things to be given to you. Take them upon yourself. This is why I got away from the conscious community. They became very disillusioned to think that anybody owes you anything. They don't. You expect a group of people who have no feeling or show little to any understanding to all of a sudden gain some feelings and understanding for you? You are kidding yourself. Therefore, I learned equality is a lie. For you to want to be equal to a group of people who've hurt you, controlled you, suppressed you, ridiculed you, hurt you, so on and so forth, is the biggest lie you tell yourself. You're not equal and never have been equal to anyone. You are greater than you could imagine only if you break the chains that hold you to this mindset that you're equal. Equality is the biggest lie to keep you enslaved, mentally enslaved. We're not equal. When you start realizing that your grandeur, you are greater than you could imagine and can be more incredible, you stop limiting yourself and stop trying to be equal to people who never want to be equal with you. So stop trying to do it. Equality is the biggest lie and myth produced by humanity to oppress others in different social classes of humanity. And we fall for it every time. We have to learn to get away from these illusions. These illusions are exactly that. The illusion that you could be equal to someone is outright lies. You are greater at what you do, and I am greater at what I do. And that's a fact. You are not equal across the board. Cut that lie out. Fact, Michael Jordan was one of the greatest of his time. Fact, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was one of the greatest centers of his time. Hakeem Olajuwon was one of the greatest centers of his time. Shaquille O'Neal was one of the greatest centers of his time. Unfortunately, I can't say that in today's NBA because we've gotten away from big ball to small ball now. But it is what it is. You adapt to the changes of the time. LeBron James, one of the greatest small forwards of his time. Tim Duncan, one of the greatest power forwards of his time. They stood up above the rest because they were not trying to be equal to the rest. They were trying to excel above the rest and let their skills and talent show for itself. So why are you trying to be equal with someone? It's the greatest lie. Facts over feelings. You feel you need to be equal. I state a fact that we're not equal. Because if you look across the board, we're not all equal. Some are greater at what they do, some are lesser than what they do. I cannot compete with you in certain arenas. You cannot compete with me in certain arenas. That is life. That's a fact. Your feeling is otherwise. We are flooded with feelings. Everything is running. What is running the world is people's feelings. This liberal mindset is flooded with feelings, not facts. They're creating laws based upon feelings, not facts. Therefore, as long as you keep falling for the game of politics, you keep thinking you're going to make a change within politics, you are fooling yourself. You feel you can. Factually, it takes a long time to make a change through politics. What you can make a change about, and this is the left-hand path, this is factual, is mastering your BS, going within yourself to your deepest, darkest shadow self, from the unconscious to the conscious, from the unconscious to the subconscious, and creating a change that is long-lasting and determines your future. When you go deep in there and you get over your pains, your traumas, your issues, and you understand things about yourself that have been in the unconscious, now they're conscious, you have more power and control over yourself. That's a fact. You don't have to believe me. There's thousands of people who work the left-hand path and can testify to the fact that this path works. It works. And therefore, it's not a feeling, it's a fact. Many people walk into this path broken, destroyed mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, and rebuild a new them. One that is now more in control, more powerful than ever. So why should you feel like you can't? Oh, because you still want to merge with the source. This very source, mind you, that most likely comes from a religious, monotheistic belief, polytheistic belief, so on and so forth, that most of the time when you go further into that belief, you find the treachery of that source. You can have that source. I remain separate and will continue to separate myself because I do not and will not ever again be under the binds and chains of any source, any God, anything that binds me must go. Therefore, as the Sith say, peace is a lie, because the only true peace that exists is when you learn to master your shit. Your chaos must be brought under your control. Otherwise, your chaos will rule you. Therefore, peace is a lie for most. And therefore, you should run your life from passion. If you're not passionate about the things that you are trying to accomplish, don't do them. Because without passion, you will not succeed. You will just run through the motions. And therefore, you will not get to the level you want to get to. Through passion, I gain strength. My passions push me to master myself. My passions push me to the deepest, darkest aspects of myself. And yes, there's things I still work on. My rage is one of them. That is a doozy of a mother to master, but it's getting stronger and better every day. My control over it is getting stronger and better every day. But my passion is what fuels me to keep working to master my issues, my pains, my traumas, my programming, overcoming my programming, my conditioning, mastering the unknown about myself to make it known. So that gives me strength over myself. Strength over myself. Through strength, I gain power. What power? The power to master my chaos. The power to be in control of my chaos, to know when to unleash that chaos and when to reel it in. The power to determine my own fate, null and void of some external source trying to tell me what to do, how to do, when to do, where to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. This is why I started a financial class. It's not for a benefit of me. I'm working on my benefit every day through my real estate investing and so on and so forth. The reason why is for you all to be empowered financially to determine some level of freedom over yourself. What is the goal? Let me tell you what a goal. My goal is for finance. Why? It's not about the money. My goal is to buy land, 2 to 5 acres, where I can build my own house in the way I see fit, with a chamber room, an altar room, so to speak, within the house, a man cave within the house, a beautiful kitchen where we can create gourmet style foods, garages for our vehicles, land, 5 acres of land for the express purpose of, one, I always have wanted a horse. 2, my dog, and the second dog I plan to get to run free. For my cats to run free. They are free by nature. We've domesticated them. They are wild by nature. I want them to run free. To grow my own food, my own veggies, my own fruits. So if things hit the fan, I am not stuck holding my testicles, wondering where's my next meal coming from. Chickens, turkeys, so on and so forth, so I can eat the meat. Yes, I'm a carnivore. I eat meat, fruits, things of that nature. We can debate all day on diet. I refuse to debate on diet because diet is a personal thing. You can tell me a million times over, this is good diet, and a million other people tell me this is a good diet. I choose for my own fate based upon my blood type and my ancestral lineages and background. Bingo. Now, bye-bye on that point. Okay? To determine, I have the power to determine the land, the places. This is, and that finances give you the power to determine that. Do not let spiritual spookies take you away from the fact that only finances will give you the sovereignty you need to determine your fate on a physical level. Oh, yes. Will I protect the land? I will protect my land and my family with all I have if you come at us trying to take what I have. Fact. Fact. You keep trusting the government. Fact. You keep trusting that everything is going to go along smoothly. You will get what you deserve. That's a fact. Things are not always going to be smooth. There will be a time of upheaval, chaos in this country. And if you're feeling sick, oh no, the government, the healthcare, all these things really care about me, take the blinders off your eyes and deal with facts. That's not true. That's not true. Okay? So, your feelings tell you, I'm going to trust the government, I'm going to trust the doctors, I'm going to trust everything. I keep trusting them. See where you end up in a few years. I trust myself. Therefore, I take the herbs. Therefore, I take the immunity boosters that I need for myself naturally. I do not feel you should be forced to do anything. That's power. And when you have your own domain, you have your own finances, your own everything, you are able to determine that in totality more so than you if you don't have that. That's the purpose for the finance classes. Period. Your choice if you want to get down with that or not. I'm only sharing what I've learned from doing real estate for the last, what is it, going on 6 years now that we've been doing real estate. And we're succeeding more than ever and going to continue to succeed this year and beyond. Land is an asset, not a liability. Know the difference between assets and liabilities. Through power, I gain victory. I become victorious. Victorious over others? No. First and foremost, victorious over myself. I'm now victorious over my issues. My programming no longer affects me because it's been destroyed or eliminated, and I've created a new program that which suits me and benefits me to succeed on a mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, and financial level. So I succeed because I'm victorious over all the crap that I've gone through, let control me, let into my life. I'm now victorious because I've learned to master and control every aspect of that. This is what is important to gain victory over yourself, because through victory, my chains are broken, not yours. You have to do your own personal work to break your chains. My chains are broken. My chains are broken. That is what this is all about. Breaking the chains that bind you mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, financially, so on and so forth. Break those chains that bind you. But to do that, you have to start getting away from my feelings. I feel this. I feel that. I feel, and do research, do studies, and find more factual information on things than accepting what you've been told all your life, especially religious bullcrap. Get away from the religious BS and start finding out more facts, and it will do you well. It will do so well for you that you will start seeing and having a sense of freedom. And stop letting your feelings make you scared, make you cave into the pressure, and give in to something that's going to hurt you in the future. Wake up, people. Facts versus feelings. Now, sure, I may have sounded like I contradicted myself a couple times in here, but to be human is to contradict. But in no way, shape, form, or fashion am I not always analyzing, growing beyond where I once was at. It's an evolution, a constant evolution. You should constantly be evolving. So I can look back at this video 6 months from now, and my views, perception may and should have grown if I'm doing true work on myself. All right. Infernal bless. Oh, real quick note before I finish this off. Patreon. Please always check your messages or your posts on Patreon. Your tiers or your membership levels, your tiers, you should check them once a week because there will be polls if you are ready to take classes. I need you all to complete the work before we move on. The work is essential. So every Sunday, I will start posting polls to see if you are ready for that week class. If not, we will delay the class till you finish the work. The work is essential. You can't half-step the work anymore. Therefore, you have to send me some level of proof that you did the work. Okay. Now, left-hand path. I took a poll once before. A lot of people were interested in taking the left-hand path African magic class. No one joined. One person joined, they left. No one joined. Okay. So that class is still sitting there. If people want to join, fine. It'll be available. February 1st is around the corner. I believe on Tuesday next week, February 1st. New people, if you want to sign up for new classes, that's the time to do it. Darkest shadow work class. Lovely class. It's going good so far. People are doing the work. They stepped up to the plate. They answered the polls immediately. They want to definitely take time to accomplish the work because they understand the work is vital. Okay, the shadow work is vital. My people's out there who are seeking shadow work, it's time. February 1st, we've only done a couple classes. You're not missing anything. You can still do the work. Come join the Darkest Shadow Work class. Most people, when you first enter the left-hand path, please take a shadow work class. It's essential for your development. It is. All right. Next month, financial class still sitting there. No one signed up. If you choose to, February 1st, we popping off. The new month, we're going to start doing financial class for those who join. Now, shadow. I have some more classes dealing with the shadow, but that will be revealed next month. That will be revealed next month. Sex magic class. I'm going to start that next month. And if no one signs up for the African magic class, that'll be the class that I created for next month. Left-hand path sex magic class. You better be ready. If you're ready to, if you come into the sex magic class, you better be ready. Okay? Because we're going to deal with overcoming sexual hangups to truly be free on the left-hand path. That is important. So left-hand path sex magic class next month, February 1st, sign up. I'm going to create the tier today. All right. All right. Infernal greetings, infernal blessings. I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.